We are here today to showcase some of the technologies that the producers have implemented to save them some time and money and help them be set up to be more drought resilient. Here at Inaruni today, Bill has implemented a drone with an infrared camera for mustering.
Yeah, I'm Bill Berstrom from Uraba Pastoral. So we're at Inaruni here at Georgetown and also Uraba outside of Julia Creek. So we breed cows up here at Inaruni and run our weaners down to Uraba to grow out to either export, feedlot or slaughter weight, depending on the grass available down there.
What sort of problems were you having that you were trying to solve by purchasing a drone?
Being at 6 places at once, the usual farmer's one, just trying to cover everything and keep a good eye on what was going on. But talking to a few people who had started using drones and only hearing good things, and that, yeah, basically the best way to understand it was to get one and get started. Being able to muster your cattle with less people and start it sooner in the day, get them together sooner, and that was when the opportunity looked really good with the drone.
What do you mean by get them together sooner in the day?
Using infrared to start in the dark. So yeah, we found it now, we can just after daylight have most paddocks in a corner or on the water closest to the yards and start walking at 7 o'clock instead of sort of waiting for daylight to start getting around with motorbikes.
How does that benefit your cattle and your staff?
So cattle are doing more in the cooler part of the day. So they travel in the paddocks sooner in the cooler weather. They're walking to the yards earlier in the cooler weather, and then they're coming through the yards sooner as well. And it just gives you an opportunity. You might be able to get them on a truck or get them back out of the yard that day, because we'd be 2 to 3 hours ahead most days on where we were before it, because you can start in the dark as early as you want really. But yeah, I go a couple of hours before daylight, and I find the cattle start better and travel better then. And then you've also got that advantage that you've got them ready to go sort of when you've got enough daylight to start walking with them.
The infrared does work a lot better earlier in the mornings as well, because if you keep trying to use it towards the middle of the day, the actual heat of the day sort of starts to interfere with the infrared and you can't see as well. So being able to get it out there early in the morning, you can see the heat a lot better than sort of midday, afternoon. And what about your staff? You said you got the drone as a bit of a staffing issue. How has it helped?
Yeah, well now they sort of saves them 2 to 3 hours mustering on motorbikes, getting around the paddock and putting cattle together. Whereas they can get things organised in the morning or get a bit more sleep and then come out and walk the cattle to the yards. So
since implementing the drone, what other savings do you think that it has brought to you? Is there any unexpected savings, or what has it saved you?
Yeah, there's a lot of bonuses. So I keep it in the vehicle with me all the time basically. So if I see something that might be a problem, cattle in the corner or something from a distance, or just get a feeling that something needs looking at, I can put it up and check it properly and see if there is something that needs to be addressed. And sometimes you can do it with that. You might find some weaners in the wrong part of a paddock or in the wrong paddock and possibly move them with a drone or get someone out there to do something or check a fence or it's endless really, just sort of see what's going on, check a trough in the next paddock or something that you can do in 5 minutes instead of half an hour with a vehicle.
So it saves a bit of wear and tear on your vehicle as well, not only staff hours.
Animal
health, there's wear and tear.
A lot of miles on vehicles, motorbikes, everything. So fixing a few flat tyres. Right from, I'd like to keep improving. We're talking to Sky Kelpie about aerial stockmanship courses. Just get some advice and a bit more direction on how to do things. And there's a few things I think I can do better, and it'd be good to sort of get in touch with someone a bit more experienced to see the best way to do that.
So Sky Kelpie help with your licensing as well, so they'll take you through your training if you need to be licensed, but they also do a lot of schools around I guess animal husbandry and the safest ways to work the cattle and the distances, and so yeah, really working the cattle with a drone. Like anything else, you have to kind of train your cattle to move off a drone, so he teaches you the best ways to do that, and then the best ways to manage them in a paddock. Is there any recommendations you would give to any other producers now that you have implemented a drone successfully in your business?
Yeah, I think it'd be useful for pretty much anyone, especially on larger scale operations. It's a fantastic thing for getting around and seeing more, and for working cattle too.